I loved It Hurts. It's almost, I mean, it's a really beautiful track. I mean, it is like Make It Last Forever Part Two, kind of thing. It's a really infectious song. And by this time I'd gotten used to Keith singing, because most of us kind of, he was always known for the begging and stuff, but and which
Right.
was a good trademark. But did you get
Right.
used to his voice by this time? Because it really did make a difference.
Right, right, right. I mean, Keith has a style, and that was undeniable. Him having a style, very undeniable. And people love Keith. So it's like, the one thing about Keith I can say, Keith is a performer, and he's also, he's a stylist because he has a style of singing, but he's a great producer as well. Great
Yeah.
writer producer. I can't take that away from him. He's a great writer producer. Um, and now he's just legendary.
Yeah.
And it is what it is now. It's like, okay, everybody's getting old now.
But do you think MCA helped? How do you think they did with your album? Because as I said, you had is it Skeezer? I mean,
Skeezer was my first single, and I didn't want to do Skeezer because Skeezer was just risque.
yeah.
So Skeezer was like my song. This was before Beyonce,
Yeah.
so Skeezer, I had chicks in cages and
Yeah.
dancers. I had a lot of the dancers that danced with Michael. They danced with us, with Keith, and the choreographer was Big Les
Oh,
from,
Big Les, yeah, yeah.
yes, Big Les was my choreographer, and that's my sister. So, we had this whole sexy video, and they didn't know what to do with me. They didn't, because I was too eclectic, too crazy. I always had this crazy fashion. I wore wigs, I wore, braids, I wore whatever. I wore all kind of stuff. And then I got even more crazier when I met Corey Glover from Living Color when I was out with Toto. And I was like, I'm shaving my hair on the sides of my head. And that's before my record dropped. So on my cover, I had a wig on, and then like if you see the other pictures from my album, I had my hair shaved with the braids on the top, like Corey Glover from Living Color, who is a good friend of mine who I love dearly. But yeah, MCA just they didn't know what to do with me. Puffy asked to work with me, and they said no. And Andre Harrell, he did manage me for a minute, and he did come to me with the whole idea of being the queen of the ghetto, the queen of hip hop soul. And I was like, I'm not ghetto. What are you talking about? And he was like, yo, Money, you can wear shrimp earrings. Yo, Jack, I'm telling you, you can pull this off. I was like, I can't pull that off. That's not me. That's not me. It's not for me. And we was actually talking about that. I had one of the guys, Jimmy Jenkins, J Love.
Yeah,
He
I know
was
J Love.
yeah, that's my boy. And he was Andre's right hand man.
Yeah.
He was, right under him with Uptown.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that because I have a show that I do. We were talking about that on my live, and we were laughing, and I was like, I bet you Dre is rolling around right now, still mad at me, because I was like, he was mad at me. He stayed mad at me for years. He would not talk to me because I would not do what he asked me to do. I was like, yeah, I got married J. Blige. You turned her into what you asked me. That's beautiful. It worked. Still mad at me, wasn't talking.
Wow. Yeah, I had a 2-hour interview with J Love, Jimmy Jenkins, and he's really good at telling the stories.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Messed up again. Okay.
Yeah. So even when It Hurts was blowing up, did MCA not have some direction to try and really capitalize on that? Because
MCA just knew they wanted to put out a ballad with me,
yeah,
and keep on it. That's all they knew. They didn't know what they were going to do. They didn't know how they were going to work me. I mean, we had a great team. I loved our MCA staff and team. They they were the best, but they had so many records to work.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
after my second single, we were about to drop the third single. It Hurts Me was the second single, and they told me, Jackie, we want you to go back in the studio. So I said, okay.
Hey everyone, I want to thank you for being part of Halftime Chats. This new update is really about our membership, and I'm really excited to be able to fully launch the membership page. There will be things like full interviews from day one. As soon as the interview drops, you get access to it without any ads on it. There'll be some exclusive member-only videos that will just be some behind-the-scenes stuff and some other things that we will never be broadcast. For some members, you can be able to get actually 2 interviews because I do have a backlog of almost 7 or 8 interviews that I don't even know when I'm going to be able to broadcast them. So you're able to get at least some of those up front, and some just behind the scenes stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes that I have never been able to talk about or release. For everyone else, you know what, the videos will still be the same, over a week or a week and a half or 2 weeks, depending on how long it is. So everything stays the same. The polls stay the same. The community chats, the community stuff stays the same. But I think with the membership stuff, I'm able to add a little bit more and invest a lot more time and energy in really supporting the members. So I do hope you come on that ride with me. I appreciate the support, and this will just help me continue to invest in taking things to the next level. Take care.
I begin to